Good evening, everyone. It's my pleasure this evening to be offering the prayer. So let's bow our heads as we prepare to pray. Heavenly Father, we want to thank you. We want to thank you for our students. We want to thank you for this opportunity to hear the policy speeches for this set of students who will be serving our school as heads of the school. Lord, we pray that you will just bless them. Bless the girls as they prepare their speeches. Bless them and help them, Lord, to just to be confident and to be ready and to enjoy the moment and just to be themselves. We thank you for this opportunity for them to shine. And we just pray that you will continue to bless them and keep them. Help us to have an awesome evening, Lord, and help that everything will flow smoothly. We give you thanks in Jesus' name. Amen.
And lovely prayer. Welcome one and all to our Decision 2021, where we'll have our girls this evening give their speeches and tell us why they are the perfect candidate for our head girl for 2021-2022. I would like to welcome each and everyone who are here this evening to listen to our girls. They are ready, they are well prepared to give their speeches and hopefully at the end, the students who are watching and listening this evening will be better able to make their decision come decision day. We have some panelists with us this evening, and the members of the panel are past students who were themselves student leaders while they were here at Mona Prep. We have Dania Green, who was deputy head girl 2013 to 2014. We also have Miss Sydney Newell, who was deputy head girl 2017 to 2018. And we have Tavia Anderson, deputy head girl 2018 to 2019, and Alexis Cover, who was senior prefect 2020 to 2021. So just last year, Alexis was here with us, so she has, an even closer, intimate view and know the students who are up for the running this evening. So our girls who are up for the running for this year are Lauren DeLissa, Amanda Duggan, Zuri Kamali Vaka, and Bethany Edwards Wright. So we have 4 girls in the running this evening. So pay attention, listen closely when they give their speeches. At this time, I'll ask our panelists to turn on their cameras and let's hear from them. First, I'd like to ask, how is high school in comparison to your time at Mona Prep? Tavia, you'd like to take that one first?
Yes, I would. High school in comparison to Mona Prep is honestly, it isn't bad and it isn't any better. I think it's just fair. A difference between high school and Mona is that there are more students in the classes. We have more subjects to deal with. The subjects go more in depth than at Mona, and yeah, we also have more clubs at high school. I participating, which is what I like the most about it, because I get to have a feel of different things that I like.
Okay, great. Sydney?
High school right now. Well, I've been in high school for a while now, and definitely making the transition from prep school to high school was actually like very exciting for me because it was a new environment, like new things to do, stuff like that. So, high school very different from what I would say. Like it's a completely new experience. Like there as Tavia said, more subjects, there are more clubs, and really like a lot of people you can connect with. Upper school is also a completely different ball game as well. So yeah, different.
Okay. And Miss Kova, you are new to the game. You're just entering high school. How is it so far for the last couple months you've been there in comparison to when you were at Mona?
Yes, well, since as you said, I haven't been at high school for really long, but there have been a few differences, and it hasn't been bad, like Tavia said, but it hasn't. It feels like almost the same, but there's still a lot of differences. Like there's more people in my class, don't really know anyone in my class, and it's online, so it's a bit harder to actually make friends with people. There's a lot more work than there was at Mona Prep, and there's a lot more group work, and especially since I don't really know anyone, it's hard. Group work is a lot harder than it was at Mona Prep, but I think it's so far. It's like a learning experience. It's a lot of you have to make the first step. You have to try a lot harder to make friends online because like try a lot harder with trying to open yourself up to people because most people aren't gonna really talk to you online because you're online. It's a lot strange, but it's also great. It's a great experience, and I'm glad I have this experience, even though I could have been face to face. It's a great experience, I guess.
Okay, wonderful, wonderful. Miss Green, how about you?
Well, high school and Mona Prep have their similarities and they have their differences. So in high school and Mona Prep, there are teachers there who care for you and they actually want the best for you. Contrary to popular belief, people usually think that high school teachers, oh, they don't care or whatever. But when I went to high school, there were definitely teachers there who cared about you and they tried to help you if you didn't understand anything. They'd have consultation where you could go and learn the topic that you have difficulty with. And like the others said before, there are more students at high school than at Mona Prep. And so you sort of have to step out of your comfort zone to go and find new friends. And first impressions in high school matter a lot because this will influence how teachers and students treat you, and it can also affect whether or not you are chosen for a leadership position in high school, such as a sub-prefect, prefect, senior prefect, or a head boy or head girl. So they have their similarities, they have their differences. In high school, you also have to learn to be very responsible and independent. And so, yeah.
All right. Would you like to tell us the high school you attended?
So I attended Campion College. I just left this year. I'm currently in university, my first year. So yeah.
Great, so wonderful. Miss Newell, your high school
Yes,
and the stage you're at.
I currently attend St. Andrew High School for Girls. Interesting school, yes. Good school.
Okay, what form are you in?
I'm currently in fourth form, grade 10.
Okay, okay. Miss Anderson.
I also attend St. Andrew High School for Girls and I'm in grade 9.
All right, and Alexis, where are you now?
I'm attending Campion College.
Oh, so we have two Campionites and two St. Andrew High School girls here with us. So we have Alexis, who is in 7th grade. We have Miss Anderson at St. Andrew in 9th grade, and Sydney, who is in the 10th grade. And our graduate, or recent graduate, and university student, Miss Green. Thank you so much. Tell me something, girls. How was it when you were at Mona Prep? How was it at this time when you had to be campaigning? Sydney, you want to take that first?
It was very fun. It was a very fun process in general, like them selecting you, you finding out you're not me. It was really fun for me, and all my friends were excited for me. And my family was excited for me. So the entire campaigning process, going around asking people to vote for you, and making the posters, I think that process was something I learned from, like public speaking. I improved, like my social skills, I improved definitely. And yeah, the campaigning process was very lively. I thought it was great, honestly. So yes.
Okay, how about you, Miss Green?
So I campaigned for head girl when I was in grade 5. That would have been the 2012 to 2013 academic year. And I served as deputy head girl the following year, which would have been 2013 to 2014. And so this was back when COVID was non-existent. So everything was done face to face rather than online. And so what had happened was initially multiple candidates were interviewed by a panel which consisted of the principal, the vice principal, and a group of teachers. And then after we had that initial interview, we were shortlisted and we had to do a public interview as well as give a 3-minute speech in front of the entire school body. And if my memory serves me correctly, before doing the speech publicly, we had to write our speeches on our own. And then we practiced the delivery with the speech teacher at the time, which was Mr. Rooms, as well as the previous principal, Dr. Blanchard. And in that period, we fine-tuned everything so that when giving our speeches, we'd be perfect and everything. So additionally, while rehearsing our speeches and practicing the delivery, as candidates, we became closer, we became friends, despite the fact that we were running against each other. So after delivering our speeches in public, we put up our campaign flyers, and then later on in the week, I remember the EOJ, the Electoral Commission of Jamaica, actually came and they helped us with the voting process. So it felt like a real general election. And then after the polls closed, they announced the head girl and head boy, as well as the deputies and senior prefects. And then the following school year was when we actually did our duties. So it's quite different from now, in terms of the fact that it was face-to-face rather than online. Yeah.
Okay. Miss Anderson, how was it for you?
Well, I remember the day when I was at school, and it was when I was in grade 5 as well, 2017 to 2018. And I remember getting that letter and I read it, and I was so excited that I was chosen to run for head girl. So I told my friends that's what I got from the teachers who called me to the science block. Yeah, I remember telling them that. And we had to write our speeches, as Dania said, and I was nervous of mine. And I kept thinking that my speech didn't make any sense. But as I started to read it, I realized that people enjoyed it. And especially the public interview, I was scared for that because at the time I wasn't very good at public speaking. So I wouldn't answer questions on the spot as well as I do now. So it was a learning experience. And as Sydney said, making the posters was very fun. and looking at the other candidates' posters was amazing.
All right, great. So it's much the same process as now, but Miss Cova, you have a slightly different experience from these girls because so far we've been hearing that they had to do their public speaking face to face, but you had to do it differently. Tell us of your experience.
So my experience, yes, it was a bit different, but for the most part, it was pretty similar. We got instead of the letter being physical, we actually got, I think it was an email sent to my mother. And I remember the day that we heard the news, and it was like screaming because it was like extreme, it was exciting. And then realizing that, oh my gosh, I have to run for headgear. And it was like Tavia said, it was a learning experience because there's a lot I needed to learn about public speaking, and there's a lot I still need to learn about public speaking because there's always room for growth in that area. Because I used before like learning how to campaign and stuff, I was not someone who did public speaking. Naturally I'm a shy person. I don't really like to talk a lot, especially in front of a lot of people. It used to scare me and stuff. But now that it was such a critical learning experience that I had, and I'm so grateful for that experience, because if I didn't have that experience, I couldn't even imagine how I would be like right now. I wouldn't even be where I am today, because because it's an experience. And since we were like, it taught me sportsmanship. It taught me a lot of stuff. Not just taught me to public speak. It also taught me a lot of stuff about online, because I didn't know how they could live stream from Zoom. But that was something I learned, and it's a lot of stuff that I didn't know that I could have learned, that I did learn, and I was like it's like a different experience, but it's still a great experience that I had, and I'm so grateful for it.
Okay, thank you so much. So although we had Anderson, Newell, and Green doing face-to-face, Alexis had to do her speech online, much like the girls this evening. So really quickly, I'm just gonna ask you now, ladies, if you could just give one quick encouragement to the candidates that we have this evening. Anyone who would like to start first? Daniel, would you like to go first?
Sure. So I know some of you are a little nervous, because I know I was when it was my turn to present my speech, but you have come this far and you have nothing to worry about. Just do your best. I know that your parents and your teachers have helped you to prepare for this moment. And at the end of the day, just know that you do your best, and only your best is good enough.
Great, thank you. Alexis, as a fresh one out of the block, so what quick encouragement can you give to our candidates this evening?
Yes, I would say that it's okay to be nervous, because I was extremely nervous. But what you should do is, if you are really nervous, then you should use that nervous energy and do as best as you possibly can. Put all of that energy and do as best as you possibly can. Even if you don't do as best as you could have done, then just know that it will be over, and you can't really do anything about it after the fact that it's done.
All right, thank you. Miss Anderson.
So I understand how you are all feeling, because I felt that way too. And as you start to read, that nervous feeling will go away, and you'll start to feel like you're doing very good. So as Dania and Alexis said, your best is good enough. And once you know you tried your best, everybody will be proud of you.
Thank you. Miss Newell.
Okay, so everyone established, we're all feeling nervous, like they're feeling nervous. And I want to tell you, whatever happens tonight, like, don't worry about it too much. If you win, that's great. If you don't win or don't perform as well as you wanted to, that's all right, because do your best. Your best is good enough. And honestly, I'm proud of you all, like getting this far. I'm sure it hasn't been very easy, but I believe in all of you. You all seem very competent, and yeah, good luck, you guys.
Okay, thank you so much, ladies. So to our candidates this evening, your encouragement, although you are nervous, just do your best. Take a deep breath and just do your best. You are ready, you are prepared, and we are rooting for you. Your parents, your relatives, your teachers, your friends, we are all rooting for you. And as Miss Newell said, even if you are not the one to make it out on top, we are still proud of you. Just know that you have done your best. And to think that you have come this far, being selected out of how many candidates there were, and you were the finalists. You are part of the finalists. So take that as some encouragement that you made it this far out of all the candidates. At this time, we will move right into our policy speeches. I know the girls are nervously waiting, but this is your time to shine, girls. I know you are ready and you are going to bring your A game. At this time, we will have our campaign managers introducing our candidates. Our first campaign manager is Kiara Gale, and she will introduce our first candidate.
Good evening, my Mona Prep family. I am Kiara Gale. You are about to hear from a model student, a beautiful person inside and out, an exceptional daughter, an amazing big sister, and a friend to the end. Someone who is so much more than meets the eyes. I think I'm qualified to have made this introduction, having known her most of my life. Yes, we know she's brilliant, making the honor roll, principal's honor roll, and your achievers roll every single year is no easy feat. Specialist honor roll, wall of fame, student of the week, you name it, she's gotten it. And when you talk about discipline, her picture is beside that word in the dictionary. From being named the most disciplined girl in kindergarten to making the exemplary conduct list every single year, all she needs now is a halo over her head. So you think, with those high grades she keeps getting, she must be studying 24/7, eh? Nope, not this young lady. She's donned her Mona Prep gear to represent the school in multiple events, from chess to strumming to dance to swimming. Not to mention the many clubs and activities she's done over the years, like ballet, gymnastics, Mona Dance Theatre, and Media Society. And that's just the thing she does at school. I won't even get into the others, like bean and swimmers aquatic swim club that she does outside of school. Now, those of us who've been in a class with her shouldn't have been surprised by her selection as a candidate, because we choose her year after year to lead our class. She's been class captain, vice captain, or utility captain every year since she stepped through the gates of Mona Prep 7 years ago. We know natural born leaders when we see them, and they don't need to be loud for us to notice them. I am taking up too much time, because I know you are dying to hear from her. Allow me to introduce to you the best choice to serve as our head girl, my friend Lauren Jamie DeLizzy.
Wow, wonderful, wonderful. Thank you so much, Kiara, for that introduction. And we have Lauren up now.
Thank you, Kiara. Leaders come in many forms, with many styles and diverse qualities. There are quiet leaders and leaders one can hear in the next county. Some find strength in eloquence, some in judgment, some in courage. The words of the author, John Gardiner. Moderator, Miss Stacey Ann Miller. Board Chairman, Mr. Joseph Taft. Principal, Dr. Jacqueline Boyd-Vassell. Vice Principal, Mrs. Citrine Dixon. Teachers, other members of staff, fellow candidates, students, and the entire Mona Prep family, good evening. I'd like to start by thanking the outstanding staff members at Mona Prep who have all contributed greatly to my development, providing me with a stable learning environment that has allowed me to thrive. Even though I'm not the loudest person you'll ever hear, they have truly demonstrated their confidence in me as a leader by selecting me as a head girl candidate, for which I am truly grateful. Being the humble person that I am, I don't enjoy talking about myself or bragging about my achievements. But, like the saying goes, there's a time and place for everything. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, now is the time, and this is the place. Since entering Mona Prep in K2, I've maintained a record of consistent academic excellence, consistent good behavior, consistent involvement in school activities, and consistent selection for leadership roles. Some people think I'm too quiet, but that's because I prefer to speak less and do more. As we say in Jamaica, I'm about action, not a bagamout. Though I believe myself worthy, I'm still humbled by this opportunity to serve my school as a student leader. I hope my selection as a candidate will serve to inspire those of you who are considered shy or quiet like me, those of you who aren't seen by others in the way you see yourselves, those of you who sometimes doubt yourselves and your abilities. Know that you are good enough, just the way you are. You are perfect in God's eyes. Remind yourselves of the words sung by Agent Sasko and his daughter, whose name also happens to be Lauren. If caterpillars can fly, so can I. Just like the caterpillar becomes a butterfly, you too were born to fly. Don't limit yourself, and don't let anyone put limits on you. Find your wings and fly. Mona Prep has a rich tradition of excellence. We set the standard for what a prep school is supposed to be. But while we celebrate what we've accomplished, we should raise the bar higher each time we succeed. That way, we can soar to new heights. As your head girl, I would seek to improve this great institution by working alongside the administration and the PTA to implement meaningful projects that enhance the development of our students. Initiatives like a technology club to harness our passion for things like gaming and TikTok, teaching us coding, video editing, and other real-world skills. A cultural club where we can dig deeper into our heritage, incorporating music, food, language, and of course, dance. I would be an inclusive leader, working to create more opportunities for all our students to have our voices heard on issues affecting us. I would establish an empowerment campaign that would not only stomp out bullying and mean-spiritedness, but will also sow seeds of positivity, ensuring that all our students can emerge and soar. If elected, it is my intention to donate a Mona Prep branded tent, which can be used whether we are in the blended or face-to-face modality. This will be financed through personal fundraising. In closing, I wish to salute all our stakeholders who have helped make Mona Prep the gold standard. This election day, I ask for your support in the form of votes from those of you who are eligible. Make me, Lauren DeLisser, Mona Prep's next head girl, so we can rise and soar together. Thank you, and may God bless you.
Thank you, Lauren. Yes, to make Mona Prep soar together. And I have been looking at the chat, and you do have your cheerleaders right there in the chat saying, go vote Lauren, Lauren for head girl. So please listen up carefully. Thank you, Lauren, for that. We heard about empowerment for our students, a branded tent, all these niceties. Oh my, I wonder what the others have in store. I call on our next campaign manager, Annalise Dawkins, to introduce our next candidate.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Annalise Dawkins, and I'm here to introduce someone very special. She's kind, smart, and her smile will brighten up anyone's day. She's a leader and an example for younger children. She's also very well-rounded. As Miss Lou would say, she little but she tall. She's a two-time national champion in the JCDC speech competition and a multiple silver and gold medalist in the JCDC drama competition. She has consistently maintained good grades, even appearing on the principal's honor roll. She's athletic and very hardworking and never leaves an assignment undone. Being a middle child, she has learned how to respect those older than her and care for those younger than her. I have known her since we were toddlers, so I can confidently say that she's the right candidate for you. So ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, I present to you the one, the only, Amanda Duggan.
If you want community, COVID immunity, voting unity, vote for God Pick Me, vote for Mandy. Moderator and teacher, Ms. Stacy Ann Miller, Chairman of the Board, Mr. Joseph Taft, and other members of the board, Principal, Dr. Jacqueline Boyd Vassell, Vice Principal, Mrs. Citrine Dixon, teacher, staff, and my fellow pupils, good evening. I am Amanda Duggan, and I have been selected as a candidate for head girl of Mona Preparatory School. Thank you very much to the members of staff for having confidence in my ability to lead the student body. I'm absolutely honored. As a child of the Most High, I know that He is the God of excellence and has called all of us, myself included, to also be excellent. I therefore make the effort to give my best in all I do, and there was no exception made after joining the Mona Prep family in 2016. In terms of academic achievement, I have been recognized on the honor roll or achiever's roll every year up to 2020 when these ceremonies came to an end due to COVID-19. Among my passions are dancing as well as speech and drama, which led me to participate in the Speech and Drama Club every year since grade 1. Between 2016 and 2019, I represented Mona Prep at the JCDC Speech and Drama Festivals, where I received 9 awards, including 2 gold medals and 3 national golds. I also won the first ever literary voice competition at Mona in 2020 for grade 5. I am also a member of the Beam Dance Theatre Company, where I have been awarded All-Round Dancer in the 2019 to 2020 dance term and Dancer of the Year in the 2020 to 2021 dance term. Among the many lessons learned during my time at Mona Prep from both teachers and students, some of the most valuable include being a person I would be proud to know, always keeping my head up and never giving up. For God has told us all to be bold and courageous, to not be afraid or discouraged because He is with us wherever we go. A key part of my leadership, should I be honored with the awesome responsibility of head girl, will be motivating and inspiring my fellow students. Additionally, having seen many students robbed of the benefits of face-to-face learning and the fellowship that comes with it for the past 18 months, I also want to make an impact on how we go on to overcome COVID-19 here at Mona. My project will therefore aim to further mobilize the entire Mona Prep family as one united force, overcoming the threats of COVID-19. A first in my project will be to get the support of the school's leadership in making our COVID-19 defenses even stronger to ensure that as we come back out to school, we are all protected. Among the specific plans both my campaign manager and I have envisioned so far in the fight against COVID-19 are the following: assessing potential areas of improvement in our existing efforts, ensuring classrooms have hand sanitizer dispensers installed and consistently filled, ensuring bathrooms are adequately equipped to meet the heightened sanitary requirements of COVID-19 with soap dispensers that are consistently refilled and hand sanitizer stations that are regularly refilled. A hygiene and education reinforcement campaign that both engages and motivates us to make wise, practical hygiene decisions that protect not just us, but our fellow students, teachers, and families, and ensuring that classrooms have at least one wall-mounted fan installed to enhance ventilation. To achieve this, I propose leading a number of fundraising activities at school and outside to bring in the money needed for my project. Where possible, I will also get sponsors. With only 4 minutes, I do not have the time to share all of my ideas, but be sure that all my creativity, passion, energy, and excellence will be used to build up, motivate, and protect the most important part of Mona Prep, you. In closing, I hope to have the honor of serving you, my fellow students, and wider Mona Prep body as head girl, with the goal to unite us all in not just the fight against COVID-19, but against every challenge that confronts us during my leadership. Thank you.
Thank you, Amanda. So Amanda says that she wants to install hand sanitizer in the classrooms, fully equipped bathrooms, and fans for better ventilation, and hearing some good things so far. Up next, we'll call on our next campaign manager, Zuri Coke, who will introduce our next panelist.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Zuri Coke, and I would like to introduce you to someone who needs no introduction. The next head girl of Mona Preparatory School, Zuri Kamali Vaka. Since joining the Mona Prep family, Zuri Kamali Vaka has been on the honor roll, the achievers roll, and has been an exemplary student. Zuri is trustworthy, hardworking, thoughtful, and a strong negotiator. These are some of the qualities we all look for in a leader. Our 2021 to 2022 grade 6 cohort have been faced with many different challenges. We are living in a world that is faced with climate change and global warming. We need a head girl who is a leader, who cares about saving the environment and making these changes. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, let me introduce you to the next head girl of Mona Preparatory School, Zuri Kamali Vaka.
Embrace the vision. We're on a mission. Moderator, Miss Miller. Chairman, Mr. Taff. Principal, Dr. Vassell. Vice Principal, Mrs. Dixon. Teachers, parents, special invited guests, students, good evening. I am Zuri Kamali Vaka, a candidate for the Mona Preparatory nominations for Head Girl. I offer myself to be selected as I believe that I can pass onto the student population of Mona the core values of the school, which speaks to integrity, commitment, and fairness. Since entering this prestigious prep school, I have benefited greatly from all the things that I have learned. I have also contributed to the life of the school by participating and receiving national awards in the area of speech choir and drama. My group even won the gold medal at the JCDC competition in speech and drama. One of my favorite hobbies is show jumping. I am an equestrian in training. I would also like to let you know that I can communicate in Italian. During my school life, I have been kinder captain, class captain, vice captain, and utility captain. And with your help, I will be your next head girl. My Mona family, I must tell you that I have been very concerned about our environment and how we take care of it. Our actions today will affect our future tomorrow. We at the Mona Preparatory School must begin to do our part to help sustain our environment, which will spread to our homes and eventually to the wider society of Jamaica. Here's the thing. According to the National Environment and Planning Agency, also known as also known as NEPA, between March 2014 and March 2017, over 100 million bottles were recovered from the environment in Jamaica. So what can we do about it? How can we make a difference? I propose to restart a recycling program and environmentalist club at Mona Prep. It is so important that we work together to reduce the impact that plastic bottles are making on the environment. Let's think about it. If every student drinks one drink from a plastic bottle a day, that's 500 plastic bottles a day, 2,500 bottles a week, and around 10,000 plastic bottles a month. At Mona Preparatory, we can play our part and make a difference by recycling. We will inspire students to care about their community, our beautiful island Jamaica, and our planet Earth. My proposal is twofold. Firstly, my gift to Mona is one recycling bin for every block. This will allow students to have the access to disposing of their plastics safely. Weekly recycling monitors can also be assigned to ensure that all students are recycling correctly. How cool is the name Mona Recyclist? I am also very excited to share that I've already secured sponsorship, and these bins will be presented in March 2022. Secondly, let's restart an environmental club at Mona Prep. We would be so committed to raising awareness on environmental issues while developing social and life skills. This environmental club would be a great opportunity for the students of Mona Prep to participate in the Recycle in Schools project. I propose that this environmental club could commence in January 22, and in this regard, my team has already made contact with an existing environmental club at a prestigious educational institution to provide mentorship for the continuation of this club. I am also extremely excited to inform you that a staff member here at Mona Prep has agreed to serve as the facilitator of this club. Each of us, no matter how young, has a vital role to play in the protecting and improving of our environment. Don't refuse to reuse, recycle. Recycling is crucial to the further health of our planet. In learning how to recycle, students will be exposed to many other learning opportunities and activities that can be very fun and inspiring. With a recycling program here at Mona Preparatory School, we will give students the knowledge they need to make better waste disposal decisions and to carry on the task of keeping our environment safe for our future generations. So, my Mona Prep family, I am asking for your vote as head girl of this beloved preparatory school. Abbraccia la visione. Siamo in missione. And that's Italian for embrace the vision. We're on a mission. Thank you.
Embrace the vision. We're on a mission to save the environment, to save our planet. That is what Zuri Kamali is offering us. She wants to restart the environmental club and to start a recycling program here at Mona in order to save our environment. And this will allow us to breathe even better, and we may not be as sick as some of us get easily, having sinus problems and whatever, and the other things that bother us with the particles in the air. So thank you, Zuri. Up next, we have our campaign manager, Heaven Wisdom, and she will introduce our final candidate for this evening. Heaven Wisdom.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, teachers and students. Do you want someone who is not afraid to stand up to those who are doing wrong or applaud the ones who are doing right? Do you want someone who is involved, kind, and an academic and creative achiever? Do you want someone who has just the right amount of kindness and strictness? Well, my candidate is just that, and hopefully your choice for Mona Prep's head girl. Did you know that my candidate can draw, sing, and play many different musical instruments? She gets top grades, which has placed her on the Honor Roll, Hall of Fame, and earned her many subject prizes at the end of the school year. If you know all of that because you have seen her over the years, I can share some of the things you may not know about her. Bethany Edwards Wright has many hobbies and interests. She is an avid reader of all kinds of books, but prefers fantasy and science fiction. She enjoys nature and animals. I know this because she always tells me about her numerous pets that she helps to care for. She has attended the UE Marine Mania Summer Camp for several years, participated in International Coastal Cleanup Days, and appeared in a No Dirty Up Jamaica campaign video. But wait, there is more. Bethany is a member of the Church of St. Margaret Sunday School and the University Chapel Anglican community, where she participates by singing, dancing, reading lessons, and Vacation Bible School. Ladies and gentlemen, she may not be perfect, but she's ready to earn it. Please help me to welcome my friend and your best choice for head girl, Bethany Edwards Wright.
Thank you, Heaven. Together, we can make the right choice. Moderator, Miss Miller, Chairman, Mr. Taft, other members of the school board, Principal, Dr. Boyd Bassel, Vice Principal, Mrs. Dixon, teachers, parents, students, other esteemed visitors, good evening. In 2016, I was so impressed by the accomplishments of the prospective head boys and girls and their promises of service that after the policy speeches that year, I wrote my own kindergarten version speech about the hard Mona Prep worker. Fast forward, and here I am today in 2021, nurtured by staff and shaped by the years, a candidate for head girl. If elected as head girl, I'll bring many great qualities to the table, such as integrity, reliability, good sportsmanship, involvement in the creative and academic aspects of school life, and being a positive role model to Mona Prep students at all grade levels. These qualities have helped me serve the school in diverse ways, such as art and writing competitions and the Math Olympiad finals. I have also served my church as lector reading lessons and intercessory prayers, or participating in Sunday school special events and fundraising. My proposed major project will be the erection of a covering for the open air area outside the art room between the grade 1 classrooms that has been used for multiple purposes. If covered, activities such as art classes and art club can resume, as a larger space will be available to allow proper physical distancing. The covering of this space will use roofing material that does not reduce lighting in the nearby classrooms and includes a sturdy frame to ensure the safety of the users. The project will also take into consideration placement of safety lights and security cameras. Funds for this project will be realized from personal and family resources, pledges from friends, corporate sponsors, and partnership with the PTA, crowdsourcing and partnership in action. If this project is not deemed feasible, I'll contribute an alternate project of creating a Mona Preparatory Photography Club. This club will be launched initially as a virtual club and then transition to a face-to-face club when it is safe to do so. A staff member and parent have been identified as has committed themselves to serve as club facilitators. Photography will allow students to express themselves through photos and videos. Club meetings can be held through Zoom or SmartTerm and a platform such as Google Photos used to share photos and videos. In club meetings, students will be able to learn about the art of photography, gain skills, share photos or collages on selected club themes, and socialize safely. Photography plays an important role in communication, recording special events, and capturing emotions. During COVID, students have been unable to meet, share their lives, and express themselves to others. Photography will help to meet that need as students can share places they have been, build a story through photos, such as how they feel over 18 months of the COVID-19 pandemic, record important events, or create photojournals. In conclusion, I call to mind Ephesians 4, verse 16. Christ makes the whole body fit together and united through the support of every joint. As each and every part does its job, he makes the body grow so that it builds itself up in love. I offer to Mona Prep my qualities of reliability, service, and excellence, my willingness to share my talents and abilities, and my hopes to benefit the school with my proposed projects. I promise all stakeholders that I will do my best to build up Mona Prep. I am confident in my past record and future plans for Mona Prep make me the best candidate for head girl. I hope I can count on your votes. Thank you.
Thank you, Bethany. And thank you to all the candidates. Bethany is offering to cover that open space right outside of the art room. And if that is not feasible, then a photography club. I'm sure a lot of the students would enjoy that. We have heard so many wonderful things this evening from our candidates, and I'm sure, having heard of them, you are now 100% sure as to who you would like your student leader to be for the year 2021 to 2022. At this time, I'll ask our panelists, I will invite our panelists to come back and give their final comments about the presentations that they have heard just now. Ms. Green, Anderson.
The speeches were wonderful. You guys executed yourselves very well. And all I have to say to you is you've done what needed to be done. And regardless of who becomes head girl, you are all winners. You all have an opportunity to lead, and that will help to mature you and prepare you for further responsibilities in the future.
Go ahead, Ms. Anderson.
I'd like to say all of you have excellent speeches and excellent project ideas, and just hope for the best and hope the students will vote for you, and you all did very well.
Ms. Newell.
Yeah, you guys did very well for this process. Your ideas were really good, like extremely good. And yeah, whatever happens, you just remember at the end of the day, like everyone's supporting you. You did very well. Yeah, good luck to all of you. And yeah.
Ms. Cover.
Well, all of you did very well. Very creative ideas for the project. You spoke really well. All of your speeches are incredible. Projects, incredible. I could have never thought of those ideas, and they are wonderful. And also good job to the campaign managers, and great job, just going to say great job. Good, no matter who wins, no matter who ends up on the top, all of you are great. All of you did great, and just know that you are all winners in my eyes.
All right, thank you so much to Dana Green, Sydney Newell, Tavia Anderson, and Alexis Cover. We thank you so much for being a part of our panel this evening. And thank you also to the candidates. You indeed did a wonderful job. Even if you were nervous, we could not tell. You executed your speeches so well. You did awesome. You did awesome. And I congratulate all of you, your ideas that you'd like to bring forward. If you are chosen as a student leader, they were wonderful also. Thank you so much for even putting yourself out there to be selected. You know, thank you for your hard work throughout the years so that those who were a part of the selection panel could say, yes, this person would be a very good candidate, and you made the final cut. So congratulations to you, ladies. I am going to ask all the ladies, the candidates, to come back so you can take another look at them. Remember all that they have said. We are talking about empowerment, branded tents, hand sanitizers for every classroom, a fully equipped bathroom, fans for better ventilation, recycling program, a restart of the environmental club, covering of the open area outside of the art room, and or a photography club. These are all great ideas that the ladies have spoken about this evening. And I'm going to ask all our candidates to come back on so we can see you once more. We have Miss Lauren DeLissa, Miss Amanda Duggan, Miss Zuri Kamali Vaka, and Miss Bethany Edwards Wright. Ladies, thank you. Where are you? Can you spotlight them so we can all take a look at our wonderful candidates? Miss Duggan here. Here we have all our candidates. We have Amanda, Zuri Kamali, Lauren, and Bethany. Ladies, I just want to congratulate you. Big up. No matter what, you are all winners. You presented yourselves well this evening. And I would just like to thank again our panelists for coming out. Thank you, ladies, for delivering so well. Thank you to our teachers. Thank you, parents, for helping our candidates, to remain calm. Thank you, teachers, for even encouraging them. We also want to thank Ms. Hustlin, our technical director this evening. We want to thank everyone who is on the selection team, who is on the what should I call it now, the student government selection team. I want to thank all of you for putting all of this together. Well done, team. You are doing an awesome job. You are doing an awesome job, and I can't wait for that day. I'm sure the rest of us can't wait for that day when we will cast our vote for our student leader. Thank you all for tuning in this evening to listen to our female candidates for Decision 2021. At this time, we will sign out with our school song.
Just below the mountain green lies a center of learning. Right here, it's clear, excellence is everywhere. Decked in blue and white you'll find Mona's children, open minds as we play